This is one of the greatest leaders of the 20th and the 21st century right here in our midst today.
We are in trouble, but there's a new crop of young black people coming up. These young people are precious. They're the best we got. They're strong, they're fearless, and all they need is the right guidance, and we will have a great future. Because in order to make a real difference, you have to inspire black students to want to build for themselves and their people, not to come out of here begging the former slave master to give you a job. Teach them science. Teach them mathematics. Teach them engineering. Teach them the things that will allow them to build a society and a world. You can't frighten me. I'm anxious to die for what I believe and live for what I believe. They can't make me bow. That's why they don't want me here. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's why they hate Farrakhan, because I know the hand that's enslaving our people, and I'm pointing it out, and I want to chop that hand off, because I know you will never be free until you're free from the control of those who want to control how high you go, how far you go, and where you go. So they don't want Farrakhan on the college campuses. In fact, they've made it a terrible thing to invite me. But I was invited to Howard University, and I'm going, paying my own way, bringing my staff. I'm not asking for any honorarium. My black students are the honorarium.
This is one of the greatest leaders of the 20th and the 21st century right here in our midst today.
To me, the best place I could be is with the college students and future leaders.
Yeah, surprise, nigga. What's up? Then if God pleases for you to have land, not a job. According to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us, Master Farad Muhammad gave him 104 books to study. And Elijah Muhammad said to me, the best of those books was the Holy Quran. And the other 103 all contained aspects of the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The only picture we have of Farad Muhammad is his eyes looking into the Quran.
That's true.
So what was he teaching us? And lastly on that, I made a tape as a representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I taught something on the history of Jesus as he taught it. And when I came out to the house, he had my tape with red on the back of it. And he said to me, I don't want you teaching what I taught 40 years ago. I want you to teach the meaning of what I taught, because truth was hidden inside of that, but not necessarily that. Then he said, I'm sick and tired of my ministers quoting the Bible. He said, the Quran is the root of Muhammad, so study the Quran. This is his assignment, to preach the Quran.
Yes.
This is our assignment, whether we follow the Imam or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, to make the Quran our study. The question is, who will correct what was very near correct and make it fully correct without disavowing those that started us on this marvelous road toward Islam?
So as we sum up this part of the discussion regarding the belief and the connections with the Ummah at large, are we then saying that we all here believe in one God and the finality of Prophet Muhammad, and that's where it ends? Or
That's where it ends.
Or that's where it begins?
That's where it begins. Let's
Yeah, it could begin there. Let's see.
Nigga, what's up? He pointed out a blue and a red star that signifies complete and universal change, a star that only appears once every 50,000 years. We are in the midst of it now, a complete universal change. The world wants change. The world needs change. But the change that the world needs cannot be brought about by any politician of this world.
You are the instruments that God is going to use to bring about universal change. And that is why Barack has captured the youth. And he has involved young people in a political process that they didn't care anything about. That's a sign. When the Messiah speaks, the youth will hear. And the Messiah is absolutely speaking.
He said, one is coming. 7 centuries after Jesus, Muhammad was born. When the baby comes forward into the light, a new people were being born on our planet to rule. And his name would be called Israel. Israel don't represent Jews. Israel represents the whole white race. His mission was to raise this people up and place them back where they once were, on top of civilization, which we have not been for 50,000 years. Look at this. This is in Japanese, but this is the way he saw the plane. He said it was 1.5 to 2 times larger in size than the largest aircraft carrier. You want to know where they come from? You want to give the credit to somebody from outer space? Hell no. It ain't no outer space. You are a baby, white folks, in your knowledge, listen, of science. We only gave you one book of higher mathematics, and you've built a great world. But there are 59,999 more. That weapon it is so powerful. The angels on that human-built planet now, they asked, why is the government keeping it a secret? They kept asking that over and over this morning. Well, let me tell you. L. Ron Hubbard, in his book on radiation, said,
you don't have to look anywhere for your Jesus. I represent him. He wasn't born in Bethlehem of Judea. He was born in Sandersville, Georgia. When you close the Old Testament, you open the New Testament with the genealogy of Jesus. But the Old Testament closes saying Elijah's coming. God, my God, is coming. Then you open up with the genealogy of Jesus. So who is Jesus? Who is Elijah? Jesus and Elijah, one and the same. I am that Elijah that was to come and now is.
because the man that came, the Son of Man that came, he asked us some questions. He asked us, what is the square mileage of the earth? How much is the land and how much is the water? He wasn't talking about no little holy land.
Yeah, surprise, 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 nigga.